Governor Kiraitu Murungi is appearing before the Senate Public Accounts Committee to answer to audit questions for the 2017-2018 financial year. Murungi is on the spot for making payments outside the IFMIS system, buying goods and services without authorization, hiring staff outside the law, over-deducting salaries of staff, authorizing trips without approvals and budgets, and other irregularities if that wasn't enough. The expenditures are said to have seen to the loss of public funds, estimated at billions of shillings. He had earlier been taken to task by the committee to answer as to why some of his responses were signed by a chief of staff and not himself. Let's listen in.
Treasury, and what is his ISPAC number?
The head of Treasury is Charles Mwenda, and what is the number?
Is it included in that Annex 9? Someone to help us. There are a lot of documents. So you have the name and the number, and hoping that is in good standing.
Chair, the number is not there. In your annex, the number is not there.
The number is there, but in the first page, the stamp is covering the number, but the next page, the stamp is not giving the number.
The number is, where is it?
I can't see it.
It is 20191. You can see it on page 3.
20191.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Joseph Chabari is not a member of the institute?
No, it is Charles Mwenda.
Well, I know the County Governments Act is not very prescriptive on qualifications, but it is generally felt that a chief officer of finance ought to be someone who comes from that domain.
Yeah, he is a member.
He is a member.
Yes.
I think it's just useful to put it in there. I know the strict requirement is on the head of Treasury, but it also provides an assurance to this committee and anyone looking at this that the financial statements have been prepared by professionals. And indeed, if there was anything wrong with the financial statements, we would correspond with ISPAC, citing your membership numbers. Because if you present half-baked financial statements, action must be taken by the professional body. Your governor is a lawyer. If he has any issues of professionalism, LSK has got various mechanisms for dealing with such. So this is laziness, Professor?
Chair, I think this governor wouldn't have necessitated the type of qualified audit report if this matter had been handled. It would have never appeared. It happens to be one of those issues that have been cited for this qualified report.
And I also wonder, because, for this such a small issue of just inclusion, after you're done your management letter, there was a 14-day window for rectification. I see this is dated 2019. So was this rectification, it was outside that window, 14 days?
Yes.
Maybe what we want to encourage the governor is to, from now on, just to take the audit process seriously. Then we would reduce the number of issues that are coming before Senate, because in my view, these could have been dealt with on the ground without us spending time on it. We agreed on this?
Yes, we are together.
Okay. Now that we have established that the financial statements were prepared by persons with the necessary qualifications, let's come back to the issues raised under financial statement. Now, members, considering that today the House will be sitting, I wanted us to adopt a fairly efficient way of dealing with issues, cross-cutting. We can only come back to specific issues where there is a strong need. On the first issue, the Auditor General has raised a question on the accuracy of financial statements and decides variances between figures reflected in financial statements and integrated financial management information systems. It is a very lengthy finding, and members, allow me to vary our proceedings a little bit in the interest of time. That the matter is there before us in the Auditor General's report. Could we ask the Governor to respond on it? Or the Vice Chair, would you want us to look to count all the numbers? I think to be efficient, we can give the Governor an opportunity to respond. The auditor has already reported. Are you comfortable with that, Governor?
Yes, our CEC Finance will respond.
Okay. So we take note of the Auditor General's finding. May you respond, Governor? And the finding is on variances between IFMIS and financial statements.
Thank you, Chairman. I would like to refer you to page 3 of the responses. And you've seen, Chairman, and it's in the public domain, that IFMIS has really posed a lot of challenges to many counties. Indeed, our county has been lucky because we've not even had mispostings like you've seen in other counties.
Governor, may I guide you? I think to be on the safe side, on your part, it would be useful to read your response, and then you can make additional comments.
Okay. What I'm saying, Chairman, is that this has been reconciled. We sent our officers to Treasury, and they stayed there for about 14 days, and the reconciliation has been done.
You are telling your own story, unless
you want me to go page by page, because you talked of the pressure of time.
No, for you, because you came here to respond, we don't want the Auditor General to speak half the day. We want you to speak more of the day. So just read your management response, and then you will add anything at the end.
Okay. Our response is as follows. The variances between the receipt in the financial statement and IFMIS system has been reconciled, with the only variance between the two being Kenya shillings 143,578,309, resulting from Kenya shillings 126,556,397, collected from hospitals and FIF, or Facility Improvement Fund, and a further Kenya shillings 2,272,478, collected from AMS Metungo, and Kenya shillings 14,749,345, collected by ATC Kagu.